Oi oi, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the League of Artisans. It's been 3 weeks since I've done another one. It's the only time I've missed 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and it's not been the end of the world.
No, it hasn't. I've been mega busy. We've both been really busy. Last week the car failed its MOT. Yay. Again. But it was only on brakes, and then I had to then buy a new battery as well, which was fun. So last weekend was a weekend of rest for me. I didn't do any. I did very marginally painting at yours, and built a couple of things, but that was it. The week before that, something was on. Migraine and revision, because I had me reset at college. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't caught an episode for a while, it is greatly appreciated. So I said to Lucy, what have we painted in the last month? And we thought about it, and we can't really think of much.
You've done a lot of raised custodies.
Raised custodies are almost finished. There's a few touch-ups to do with some of the gold and some gems. And I'm going to finish Valoris, and that's it.
I finished a few secretors.
Yep, Lucy finished 10 secretors for the battle report that we did against Stu.
And I've done 15 or 11 Gene Stealers. I'm like 70% done with them for you.
Oh, some Gene Stealer called Acolytes. I did 15 Scouts and a Captain Slam. Craig, have I painted anything else? Because 9 times out of 10 I talked to Craig and I was like, yeah, I've done this, I've done that. I built the captain for me for the, what do you call it? Narrative campaign. I did the landing pad. And I've started touching up some of the Eldar terrain that I built ages and ages ago. Oh, and I built this. This is a Star Wars toy, which I've added loads and loads of 40k bits to. It looks like 40k, doesn't it, Lucy? So that is going to get painted up because I've now sprayed that, obviously. So that's mostly going to get airbrush. Did you do the Power Fists? Yes, I did. I painted the Power Fists on 2 Sanguinary Guard. Oh, I did the Sanguinor. And I did a little Cherub. And then went to the tournament. Had a splitting migraine and elected to come home because there was an odd number of players anyway. So it kind of worked out in everybody else's favour. Despite me being... The headaches have gone.
Yes. Which
is good. I think a lot of that was stress. Anyway. Let's see what all of you guys have been up to. So, a lot of comments I had to get through. I think there was over 100 comments with pictures and stuff in. So, a lot of work. So, thank you to everybody that has submitted. First up, though, we've got Alex, and he's been painting up some of the guys from Kill Team Rogue Trader. This is one of the Galapox Infected. Absolutely lovely models. Very Nurgle-esque. Love the bright colours on this. And this is one of the other guy. Look at all the teeth in the belly. That's fantastic. I love the bright green tongues. Look at the face on the side of the head. Next up, Andre has just joined us, actually. And he's been doing some terrain. I love how he smashed up this rhino. Absolutely brilliant stuff, mate. I don't think I would have the heart to do it, but good on you. It looks awesome. But what I do like is this. The rocks that he's been making. Did you do this with mostly polyfiller and polystyrene? I know you did have a single picture of your work in progress, but these will just look so cool. They're massive as well. And I think if I made some, it would take up a lot of my space. But very nice. Next up, we've got Anthony Russell, who's been working on his Custodes Telemon Dreadnought. Absolute beast of a Dreadnought, this guy, like, and he's absolutely brutal in-game. Fantastic work. I really love the gold. And then this is the same one that I used for my Librarian Dreadnought. Really love all the detailing on this, and I can't wait to see you get these two finished off. Next up, we've got Bazza from Underdog Painting. He's been really busy. He's painted up Captain Artemis of the Death Watch. Really love the silvery blue of the sword. He's doing even more Tyranids. This commission that he's been doing has been going on forever. So we've got 3 Hive Guard, 2 Tyrant Guard, 3 Warriors, 3 Venom Thropes, 5 Zoanthropes and a Neurothrope. Absolutely massive. Right, so Dalmamu says, I had some aquarium stuff that they used to decorate the back part of the aquarium, broke it down into pieces and combined it with polyfiller and cork. Really nice stuff, man. Baza has painted up a Thousand Suns Sorcerer as well. Absolutely love the turquoisey blue of the Thousand Suns. A really, really nice work there, Baza. Next up, we've got Ben Rose. Check out the Ben Rose project on Facebook. Ben paints absolutely everything under the sun, and he's probably the fastest painter alive. These are some Germans that he's going to be working on. He's doing kind of a tale of 4 warlords for Bolt Action, so go and check out his blog on Facebook. Next up, we've got Callum. Callum's been absolutely pounding away with the airbrush. These are some close-ups of some of the guys he's been painting. Really, really nice work. This is the King guy. I'm forgetting his name. We've then got the Knight. And that's everything that he's been working on. Whole army. That, you know, that's like the kind of thing that I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to seeing these finished off, Callum. Next up, we've got Craig. Craig has started to paint his Tyranids, and he's decided to have a crack with using washes over the top of white. So we've got Carabao Crimson there on the top, and then sepia through the flesh. Looks really, really cool. And then we've got the start of his Zoanthrope, which he's been highlighting. The brains in pink, and of course the purple shells highlighted in pink there as well, with a Space Marine helmet on one of his hands there as well. So really, really cool stuff, Craig. Next up, we've got Darren Davies from Mark 6 Miniature Painting. He's been working on a Space Wolf Dreadnought, as have I, but you will have to wait and see for that. And it's not mine, so yeah. But really, really nice work on that, Darren. He's also painted up the... You'll remember the name of this one. Luke uses it, and I can't think what it's called.
The buggy.
No. It's the one with where the spirits come firing out. I can't remember what it's called. But this is actually the second one that Darren's painted. His other one was actually featured on the Warhammer community page. So really, really cool work on that, Darren. I love the luminescent feel to it. Mortis Engine. There's Des. Des, I've just been showing Lucy the Redemptor Dreadnought, actually, which you guys will get to see very, very soon. Next up, we've got Dave Carlton, who's worked on Aramin. I love his take on it. I love the black robes instead of sort of Emperor's Children, Screamer Pink. You know the really, really pinky purpley one, the darkest one. Is it Screamer Pink?
Darkest Screamer.
Yeah, absolutely cool. That's the colours that you would normally see Aramin in, and I think he looks really cool here in black and white. Very, very nice. Next up, we've got Dean Wright from Ministry of War Games. Check them out on YouTube. And he's been painting up some Zangors, but he's been magnetising them. So you know how you fought stews and they had like bladed weapons? Well, in 40k they get chainswords. So Dean's been magnetising them all. Lots of them. And there's a close-up of one of them. Really, really cool stuff, man. Really cool stuff. Next up, we've got Ian. Ian has been... Ian made a Demon Prince out of a load of spares bits that Justin gave him and a load of green stuff. So he basically just hoid all the stuff, bits and pieces together, mashed it together with green stuff, and got that guy. You can just see here, there's a Nurgling helmet on the top here. The Nurgling on top is actually the Demon Prince, and that's kind of his like monster inside ride. And this guy, I think, is this the Forge World one? I think this is the one that gives it gives reroll 1s of Disgust and Resilience to Poxwalkers, which is very, very powerful. I don't know if it works on Plague Bearers, but if it does, that's very, very cool. He's also working on the Spoilpox Scrivener. You like that name? Because he's also working on a lot of Plague Bearers. He's going to expand into Sigmar, but he wanted to expand his Death Guard a little bit into Demons of Nurgle. And there we go, there's the Demon Prince with the Nurgle riding on top. Very, very cool stuff. Next up we've got James Ellis, one of the channel's Patreons, so thank you very much for your support, James. Really, really love the purple in conjunction with the blue diamonds. Really, really nice contrast. And there's one of the Harlequins. I love the crystals as well. The crystals are actually from Green Stuff World. And there's his Shadow Seer as well. I absolutely love the blues and the purples fading out into the whites, a lot lighter of the colour.
Sorry.
And there's the Solitaire as well. Again, very, very similar colours. There's his nice Harleys there. Very nice indeed. James is almost making me go back and want to repaint mine.
Shut up.
I know.
There's more.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm tempted to. When I did go to Battle Bunker, there was a beautifully painted Harlequin army, and it had on. Oh look, there's a Harlequin bike. On here, it had the guy had masked like circles off to do them like solar.
Right.
So it had like nebulas and then like half planets and stuff on. So cool. Next up we've got Jez Andrews. You saw Jez's Sylvaneth and his Horticulus in the Armies on Parade video that I did a few weeks back with Jez. Here is his Great Unclean one. Just a point of note, Jez does not use an airbrush at all. This is phenomenal. He actually fully magnetised it as well, because then there's the next guy. And I don't know if he's done the Roticus head yet, but it is magnetised. So absolutely fantastic stuff from Jez there. Really, really love the colours. The contrasts between the purple, the yellows and the greens are just really, really nice. Next up we've got Keith Robinson. Keith's been working on some Space Wolves. Really, really crisp, cool changes on there, Keith. And I look forward to seeing the rest of your force when you get some more of it done. Next up we've got Kev Waite from Rage Against the Dice. Go and check them out on YouTube. Lots and lots of miniature games and more skirmish-based games. So go and check them out. And this is his old school Orc truck. And I remember this from the days of Gorka Morka. Like 18 years ago, maybe. Absolutely class stuff. I really love the bright colours. He's also been working on some Grey Knights as well. Grey Knights need all the love they can get at the minute, but hopefully things for them will change in Chapter Approved when that comes out in December. He's also been working on some Orc Boys as well. Really, really nice skin tones on this, Kev. And hopefully I'll be painting some of my own Orcs very soon. Next up we've got Lee Hamilton. Lee has finally getting back to his Beast Claw Raiders, and he's decided to go for a dark brown fur on this Stonehorn. Lee's actually going to be coming down to the Battle Bunker tournament that's going to be held in 2 and a bit weeks' time. 750 points on Friday night, so if anybody is around, check it out. It's the 26th, I think it is. Oh, sorry. Next up we've got Martin Douglas, and absolutely love this Ghost Keel. They can't take the shields and they can't take the SMS, of course, but absolutely fantastic pose. Really, really love the purple that fades out, and you can just about see here the line across the shoulder, the thighs here, and then across this back arm where it's fading into the sort of matte black charcoaly of the base. Really, really nice stuff. Next up we've got Mikey Mauer. Mikey hasn't been around for a while, so glad to see that you've posted some work up, Mikey. These guys are from Lord of the Rings. Absolutely fantastic models. So small and detailed as well, and you've done an absolutely phenomenal job on these. And we've also got the what's it called, Troll from Lord of the Rings as well. Absolutely love the skin tones and all the flesh tones that you've got going around the leg here. The extra saws here on the legs, really, really nice stuff. The armor plating and everything on that, fantastic, mate. Next up we've got Paul Davies. I'm not sure what this model is. I suspect it's possibly Frostgrave or something, but it is very, very cool. So Paul, if you watch this back, or if you're in the chat now, let us know what it is, because I really like that model. But I love the kind of spectral feel that you've got on the flames coming out of his hand. Lucy's actually just getting... you've used that technique a few times now, haven't you, with the Neelac Oxide? Mm-hmm. Really, really cool for spirit type things. Next up, we've got Paul Spuddy Shaw. Now, Des says it's a War Machine Lost Elf. Don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's the faction. I know War Machine's a different game. Paul's wife, actually, shout out to her. She made him this dice bag. So really, really cool. And she cut this template for him to paint his tray as he went to Company of Legends, which Michael Botterill runs. And that was on last weekend. And this is his tray for moving his army around. So really, really cool stuff. And of course, there's his army with these 2 knights at the event itself. Fantastic 30k events. If anyone's interested, check out Company of Legends on Facebook. Next up, we've got Rick Lewis. Rick is a Patreon, so thank you very much for your support, Rick. This is Henry's Raven Guard. Henry is Rick's son, and he's decided to pick up some, I think these are Mark 4 Marines, or Mark 3s, and decided to go Raven Guard with them. So absolutely brilliant stuff. I love the really, really dark brass shoulder pads that you've got going on there. And there we go, there's some of the bolter guys with plasmas and melters and stuff on there. So really, really nice work, Henry, keep it up. And Rick has decided to paint an Orc Big Mech, I think. I absolutely love how bright and intense that green skin is though. I want to go very, very similar with mine, but blue skin instead of green. So if anyone's got a recipe for blue Orc skin, drop me a message and let me know. Next up, we've got Rob Batreps. Rob is fantastic at making conversions. When the Space Marine Heroes series came out, he actually kid bashed the entire lot of them. For some reason, he got a lot of hate on Facebook about it as well. In particular, this guy with the power scythe. Rob paints sides of the Emperor, and they are depicted carrying power scythes. So I'm not sure why, but Rob does some amazing conversions. Go and check him out on Facebook under Grizzly's Cave. And you can see all his fantastic work on there. Next up, we've got Scott Longworth. Scott has been working on some Primaris Reavers, along with some Scout for his Space Wolves. Really, really love the grey-blue colour of the Space Wolf armour. Some fantastic stuff there, Scott. And there's the Scouts with a little bit more work done on them. He's also been working on his Kill Team terrain, which I still haven't built. I've got loads and loads of that to get done. And he's 3D printed some terrain as well. So we've got some armoured containers there, or crates rather, and a load of barrels. So really nice work. Next up, we've got Stephen Dunn. Does Rob do commissions? I don't know, Des. I don't think so. But I can drop him a message for you. But yeah, he's really, really into his kit bashing. Stephen, meanwhile, finished off a lot of Terminators. How many is here? 4, 8, 28, 29 Terminators. Wow. Stephen, you're crazy for painting that many in one batch. But you know what? It looks absolutely awesome, man. He's also painted up some bolt action models. I'm really not sure what these are. I think he was doing a Finnish army, so it could be them. But really, really nice stuff. And he's also painted up a Storm Raven for his Blood Angels as well. Very, very crisp and smooth finish on that, Stephen. So really well done with that. He's also painted up a super big frog boy for Age of Sigmar. He's at just over 1,000 points now. So next time Stephen comes down for a battle report, we'll try and get an Age of Sigmar game in with him as well. Furious George has just joined us. Good evening. Next up, we've got Stewie Bell. Stewie has been doing the Sirens of Gotham in a little diorama scene here. I think this is really cool, Lucy.
I love it, man.
Yeah, the night models for the DC heroes and stuff are so cool, and I just love the fact that he's just done them for a little diorama. Really, really cool stuff, Stewie. Absolutely love Ivy, especially. Next up, we've got Stig Kelly, and he's painted an old 1996 dwarf. You know what? This is brilliant. The axe is just way too big for him. And it really shows off the old-fashioned taste of the Games Workshop models. But you've really put your stamp on it. I love the blue gloves and the gold helm as well. Next up, we've got Stu Fours. You remember when we played Stu, Lucy? and he showed us the Beasts of Chaos battle tome. He started Beasts of Chaos. Do you know what's weird? Dragons, right?
Right.
Good rend. Lots of damage, 2 and 3 damage with each attacks. Ogres, you know, quite a few attacks, quite strong, 2 damage with each attack. Do you know what their damage does?
1.
1 damage. Why? But yeah, this is the Shagaroth, I think it's called, which is basically the leader. Really, really cool model. And I would have loved some Dragon Ogres had I not started something else. But yeah, there we go. Really, really cool pose. Mark Burton's joined us, Mark, as a Patreon. So, Mark, welcome, and thank you very much for your support. He's also painted a couple of more Zinch characters, some more spellcasters to not cast spells. Oh, you know what? It was kind of a shame the game went the way it did, because Stu, bless him, 2 turns, and I think he got 1 or 2 spells off out of like, what, 12, 14 casts?
It was very unlucky.
Yeah.
And then I was mean, because the ones he did get off, I kept stopping them.
Yeah, like Stu cast on a 12 and Lucy was rolling an 11 to deny, and it was just, yeah. Next up we've got Tim Middlecourt. I'm not sure what this model is. Tim does play a lot of other games. Des probably knows what it is. I'm going to hazard a guess at Infinity. It's got that kind of, I don't know, like anime style to it. But either way, really, really nice work, Tim. I love the highlights that you've done on the gun. And I love the shading on the green armour and stuff as well. Yep, see, Des says it's Infinity. Next up, we've got Will Sayers, and he's been working on a White Knight on Skeletal Steed. Really, really nice models, these. I absolutely love them. A lot of people use them as Blood Knights, I believe. But yeah, really, really cool work. That's everything. So yeah, that was actually quite quick.
Yeah, there was absolute tons, so he didn't get every single person's every single picture.
No, I got at least 1 from every person that submitted a picture, but some people had submitted like 8, 9 and 10 pictures, like 3 and 4 angles of the same model. So just for the ease of tonight, I only saved 1 or 2 pictures of them. But nevertheless, really, really cool stuff, guys. I've got a couple of shout outs to do before we head off as well. I want to give a massive shout out, of course, to Battle Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Please make sure you go and check them out on Facebook. Loads and loads of discounts on pre-orders and current stock. And if you're in the area as well, go and check them out, because they've got some fantastic tables. And Justin is forever making new tables. So go and check them out. Every other battle report that I film is a Battle Bunker. I'm there every other Friday night. And if you turn up with a fully painted army, you can play for free as well on that night that I'm there filming. I want to give a massive shout out to Craig for setting up the Redbubble and Spreadshirt merchandise stores. So if anyone is interested in merchandise from the Dark Artisan, check them out in the description down below. I'm also still running the 10k giveaway competition. We recently hit 8,500 subscribers, which is what we gave the first 2 prizes away. In the next giveaway, there will be a battle mat from GameMat.eu, which is a Kill Team battle mat. It is reversible, and there'll also be a £50 voucher for Demonscape's resin bases up for grabs as well. So go and check out that video. It was posted about a month ago now, but when I hit 9,250 subscribers, the next giveaway will be happening. Make sure you are subscribed, of course. Click the bell button so you always get notifications for when videos are uploaded or we go live. And Scott and Kev have just joined us. You've missed everything, guys. We're literally about to sign off. But the video will be uploaded again shortly, so go and check it out. But yeah, thank you very much to everybody that's tuned in. And we'll catch you again soon.